Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager 24, episode 22. We continue on with the U.S. Open Junior Slam. We are now the defending champion, not of the U.S. Open Junior Slam, but the latest. And this means we've got to try to keep up the momentum. I do not expect us to win. We got pretty lucky on the win that we had, but we are ranked number 2, so we've got a pretty good path forward as Freya Pete, who we just saw a couple tournaments back and just saw in the World Cup group stage qualifiers when we went up against the UK. Both of those opportunities we saw her, and that's going to be a round of 16 potential matchup, but even then, Desvigne, I don't know. I don't know an ES in French on what that would do. I know the S is usually going to get dropped. Anyway, let's see if we can make some at least deep progress, at least get through a first few rounds of this tournament, not get knocked out of there early. And if I can find my words, that would be helpful. First match was supposed to be easy, and it proves to be plus 30 on winners, only giving up 9 total. By the round of 16, we're talking about the 7 seed being out, 5 and 12 seed being out. Down in our half of the bracket, a lot of first round exits. 10 seed, Annika Penikova. 4 seed, Oosterhout, both getting knocked out, who we just played with in that World Cup qualifier. 16 seed getting knocked out. And Efremova, the 6 seed, is the only seeded player left in the bottom half of the bracket, as Pete also gets knocked out. We have an incredibly easy path now to a final. And then the second round goes close. Plus 20 on winners. How was this close? Plus 13 points overall. Unforced errors. That's how. King. Not keeping this thing clean at all. Minus 12 on the unforced errors, plus 6 on the forced. Round of 16 matches. Emerson Jones moving on past Yamamoto. The 15 seed staying in there. The 3 seed beating the 9 seed. 11 beating 8, so Kristina Penikova, the other Penikova sister, out. Efremova still has yet to play, but is also the likely opponent in the quarterfinals. We've got a fairly easy match for this one. Though it is considered balanced, we should advance 1-1 all time, losing in 3 sets and winning comfortably in 2 sets. The 3-set loss was at the Wimbledon Junior last year, where we weren't having success in those tournaments, but now that we've picked up our technical attributes by a couple points across the board, we're seeing a lot more success here in 26, and that was the French Junior Open round of 64. 6-1, 6-3, and continuing on, plus 11 on winners. In the quarters, Jones knocks off Safina Papa. Sun knocking off the 3 seed Sekerkova. Samson will play a lame, so the 11 seed in that quarterfinal. That is the potential opponent if we can get past Efremova. This is definitely the hardest match on the way to the final. 1-0 all-time semifinal a year ago with a 3-set winner. We are balanced in better form, which could make the difference, meaning barely ahead. Takes 3 sets, but we do beat Ksenia Efremova. Efremova has been on my team before in, I think, last year's game. Plus 23 on points. This was not as close as it seemed, but only plus 7 on the winners. Plus 6 on the unforced errors. Plus 10 on the forced errors. It was just edging her out pretty much across the board everywhere. Jones, who got knocked out very early in the last one and very much helped our path to the final, is going to play in this final. She's got to be the favorite. Samson, our opponent. Definitely not an easy match, but a real shot to make our 2nd straight final. Not sure if we're going to do too well once we get there, but 3-0 all-time against Samson. And considered a tough match. We've beat her 3 times in a row. All 3 in 3 sets. World Cup Finals 2024. The junior finals. Okay. All 3 matches were back in 2024. She seems to have out-progressed us, which actually makes sense, right? Think about it. We have no facilities. We have very weak coaching staff. Progress is limited. We've only picked up 2 points in technical. So she has outpaced our development, this Laura Sampson. Even though she's only ranked 11, she is significantly better than we are. I think she might be a year older as well. We're going to simulate this one. It's okay. It's a semifinal. I'm kind of ready to be done with this season. Oh, 6-1, 6-2. Winning comfortably. Okay. Yeah, they only played 89 points. She won 57 of them. She won basically 2 out of every 3 points they played. And somehow was only +4 on winners. On forced errors, +10. Huge advantage there. +13 on forced errors as well. So she had a little bit of a nightmare going on her side of the camp, and that was the difference. I was wondering about this. I couldn't recall having played Emerson Jones before, and it's true. We have not played Emerson Jones. This is the first time we have come head to head. We have just 1 junior title. She has 3. She's looking for her 4th. She's got to be the favorite here. I've not yet looked at that other side of the screen to see, but our win percentage 86, hers is 76. Return points won 44-47, but serve points has been a real strong suit for Martina King, just trying to get on that front foot early and get them to go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Her weakness, doubles. Okay, yeah, how's that a weakness? We're not playing doubles. And serve power. Her strengths, focus, top spin, under spin. It's going to be a tough match. Martina will have to deliver a great performance. That does not surprise me. She's been number 1 for, 2 years now? Continuously. Oh, what a gift. What a gift. Not only are we thrilled, and I got through to her with the pregame message, a very good, strong one, but we are at like 96, 97% fitness. She's below 20 to start this match. We're at 20 and troubled. So mentally weak, physically extremely fatigued as we go to start this final. Oh, what luck. Our super physicals paying off late in tournaments, giving us a real advantage as you get into these later rounds, and our opponents just can't match the physicals that Martina has. 30 all in this first game, though. Already the lack of accuracy starting to show up for a player who is quite superior. This should be a victory, even though she's significantly better than we are. But even though we're mentally focused, we clearly weren't mentally focused on that one as we launched that one towards the rafters. I think we're outdoor, are we? Yeah, we are outdoor. Though, of course, there is an indoor court for New York, but even though we're playing in a final, I doubt we are playing in that particular court. I still think we would be on one of the side courts. I don't know. It's deuce. First game. Still not done. Nice. Nice winner there. That was a very good winner. And we claimed the first game. Let's speed it up. It's a final. It's a slam. But we're still in the juniors and really just ready to be done with the season. And maybe just life note, 3rd episode of the day, and a lot of work still to do today. Thorns game tonight to get to, and things to get done before that, and a couple days away from my parents' 50th anniversary party, which my wife and I are hosting and putting on and doing all the work for, and it's been a lot of work. 15-hour days every day for the last couple weeks. I'm tired. 6-3, first set already in the books, and I don't even know what's going on. My bad. We're thrilled. She's stressed. She's down to 15% on the fatigue. This thing is cruise control. Had about 10 chances to break her. Couldn't do it. She got ahead. Finally get back. I had advantage, and she wins the game. Here we go again. Now it's 4-3. 5-3. Now she's got discomfort as she's down below 5%. She's so tired, she's injured.
Second service.
I know that feeling. Had it a couple days ago.
Game and
Game set match 6-3, 6-3. Back-to-back junior titles here in our age of 17 season. We're definitely going to be playing a senior, regular senior level payout. It's okay for winning those 7,600, decent amount. I mean, that's damn near what Nagunye made the whole year. Not far off from Havda either, for that matter. A ways off, maybe half. A little bit of a rarity here, but forehand +1 for Havda. Montgomery also gaining +1 in counter, getting to double digits. Let's check in. I've not really seen a report on the athletes in some time, so let's get an idea. For one, Montgomery's still suffering those penalties. We just cannot seem to make it go away. Tactical skills on the verge of leveling up. Way behind King physically and mentally, but ahead technically. In fact, that was the one just progressing counter to 10 was her last attribute across the board. Last attribute of all that you can manage. I don't know about the last 3 mentals, but it was the final one to reach double digits. And it does look like she had a big mental jump here recently, and she's looking at 13.7, where none of these are above 13. So yeah, she's got to be average of about a 14 to a 15 for these, for that math to be mathin'. Cross form stable, good. We've stopped it from dropping off. It's not quite where it was, but we're keeping up with it. But she's got 9s, 10s, 11s. She's not great. She's just a very average player, and somehow performing well. Havda, physically good, mentally good, technical, train technical every freaking week, and we're just not getting there. In fact, she even saw a drop in her physical average. Not sure how she pulled that one off. Injury? Could have been. She did have an injury not long ago, 2.5, 3 months ago. Did not know that an injury is going to see your attributes decline. King. First update like the whole year. Used to spend a lot of time on this screen. Anyway, the anticipation, focus, and tactical skills 16, 17, 16, but her average for mental is only just above a 14. So, if we're subtracting 2 points from this, means it's got to be 2 points the other side. So about 12s right now on the mentals, where she's got 14s and 17s. She's about to get a 15 on the natural fitness. The stamina is good. Hence the just hanging in there and getting to the last match of a tournament and beating your opponent because they're exhausted and you're not. Footwork needs work. But technicals, where we were at 6s, 7s, and 8s, it's now, well, we've got 2 7s left, but 8s, 9s, and 10s, and 111 with topspin. I've focused heavily on those couple of things, the forehand consistency, the backhand consistency, and the topspin that apply to our game plan. How is our morale low? Really? Just won the junior tournament and your morale's low? But you can see how the technical average has been the one moving up primarily this season, going from a 7 to a 9 over the course of this year. It started going up last year, where the other two have been mostly stable with some increases, just the occasional training. And jumping over to those rankings, the Wimbledon and the US Open junior titles worth 1,000 points each. Absolutely racking up a ton of points in the junior rankings. Enough so that we have jumped Emerson Jones for number 1. With that win, that 1,000 points, we're at 3,800 now. Sekerkova somehow jumps Emerson Jones. The only way that that's even possible, as we beat Jones in the final, means that Jones won the final last year. She loses that 1,000 points. She replaces it with, 500 in this one. And that 500 less compared to Sekerkova, who must have scored significantly more than last year. 500 less and 300 or 200 more offsets, right? Or even same points that she had a year ago, but the 500 less being the difference. That guarantees me a spot in the top 8 for the juniors now. There's no way we're going to lose that without any more slams the rest of the way. We're going to be guaranteed top 3 at this stage, if not guaranteed top 1. So, wow, we're going to be headed to the junior finals. Cross, Havda both winning their first round matchups. Cross losing in the second round. Havda winning in the second round. That's the farthest she's been in a little bit. Quarterfinal. 1,700 the payout on that one. Cross makes 2,600. It was a higher level tournament. And this week, King heads to her third attempt at a senior level tournament. She qualified once. The second time, she made it to the second round qualifier. It's going to be a difficult path. The seeded player doesn't get the bye. The unseeded player does get the bye. Balanced match. Bookmakers make us the outsider, but it's a 6-1, 6-2 first qualifying round victory. After a bye, we get Kashyap. Balanced match, and again, we are the just outsider, but we squeak on through 6-3, 7-6 with the tiebreaker on that one. 51%. We were just plus 2 points overall, plus 9 in winners, though. Unforced errors was only a -1. Forced errors, though, was a -6. That's where we struggled in this match, but we have qualified for the tournament proper. That's 2 out of 3 attempts this year. Well, here's a new opportunity for me. I need to see what week 43 looks like on the calendar, though, before I accept it. This is without necessity of a qualifier. 60 level, aka Pro 100. Oh, that's for cross. That's cross. Okay, well, we'll take it. Everyone has a tournament this time around. Havda is the first one to get dropped in the first round. Tournament proper. After coming through the qualifiers, we get a wild card 855. That's quite a ways above us. I think that's the highest ranked opponent we have played at the senior level so far. But if you can get past her, well, you get the 3 seed in the next round. Balanced match, slight outsider. We've already made the tournament proper. Our opponent has lost a lot, and she loses here. We beat her 6-1, 6-2 into the second round for the second time. 61% of the points won. Cross and Montgomery both winning in their matches as well, so it's a good week for the team. It is a 3 seed. Ome, only 41% won. She has struggled. Balanced, but again, we are the outsider. But again, we get through. This is the deepest run that King has ever made. Loses the first set, but comes back strong. The third set tiebreaker goes to tiebreakers. 3 double faults. That's the most we've seen in a while. But that was a lot of points played. We actually won less than 50%. We were -4 points overall. We were -6 winners overall. We were -3 on forced errors, and we were just +2 in the forced errors department. Nothing about that suggests that we should have won, but clearly it was close. Meanwhile, both Montgomery and Cross going out in second rounds. For Montgomery, it's a bigger tournament, and that's what I've been doing on purpose with her at the end of this season. It's 11,000. It's a good payout. Meanwhile, Cross, also not the smallest of tournaments, so it's an okay payout with 2,600. And yes, we had the U.S. Open Junior in September, but we did not have the senior tournament. The senior tournament came in right at the end of August. So that is 30K. 30K in tournament winnings without any major tournaments at the senior level. Enough to top our earnings list, but we still are down to 351K debt, and it's about to top 400K. Quarterfinal sees 2 qualifiers go head to head with a probably near impossible semifinal if we are to get there, but this is already a very good performance for us. Quarterfinal, 2 points. Woohoo! Semifinal would be 4 points. Woohoo! But again, balanced and just slight outsider. This is where we've been consistently, and we're still going on. Into October now, so 433K the debt. The semifinals, all 3 opponents ranked much higher than we are, capable of getting deep enough into some tournaments to score some points, but no top seeds. It's an 8 seed who's the highest, but that's also who we play right here in this semifinal. Balanced, again, outsider, close, but just a little bit weaker than our opponent has been throughout this tournament, but the form seems to be carrying us through. It's 7-6, 6-3. We're going to play in the final. So it's the first ever final for Martina King as a professional senior level, and she's 500 spots below the ranking of our opponent. But it's the same story as what we've seen in all those previous rounds. And as I noted before, the further a tournament goes on, the more tired her opponents get. Gives her an advantage. But we had to go through qualifiers. We played 2 extra matches to get here. Just how tired are we?
Time. First set.
A little tired, but not bad. Probably above 90% here. But the opponent, not exhausted. Not at all. She's more tired than we are, but only just. We're thrilled. She's enthusiastic.
15-0.
It's a rookie level tournament. It's smaller than what we just went through with the Junior Grand Slam, but technically it's going to be a tougher match because unlike that last one where a good player was totally exhausted, here a pretty decent player who probably would lose to Emerson Jones head to head, all things considered equal, she's not fatigued, and that's going to make this a much tougher match. But it's also a rookie level tournament. We're going to be competing in these kind of tournaments a lot more next season. For this season, we're just getting our feet wet, and we've definitely earned some points in this, which is very nice. But I don't much care what happens here just yet. I've got a chance to break her in this first game, and that was a little fortunate because that is on the edge of the line. But it is ruled out, and we break the first game and score the first points in game number 2. Can we get on the front foot to be in the driver's seat for this first set? Right now it's looking like we absolutely can. 30 love in the second game, and huge miss there. 40 love. Game point. Oof. Weird animation there, but I guess that's going to happen when the ball comes to your body. I find it rather hard to play that one. That's a little long. 40-15. Well placed serve, but an even better return. Attacking the net. Getting the winner. 2 games love. That is that front foot that we wanted to be on. And then we go straight points through game 3 and 4 and 5. And it's set point. This is the closest game we've had since that second game of the set. 6 love.
Second set.
6 love. Can't believe it. Is she going to turn around and do the same to us? She wins her first game of the match, but she doesn't go straight sweep. We break her by the third game, and it's 3-1 already. 4-1. 5-1. We're on the verge.
Fault.
With advantage. Oh, ouch. Double fault there. Double fault when the ball is clearly on the line. We've benefited. Whoa, perfectly placed ball to win it. Game, set, match. And we absolutely crushed her. That's the biggest win we've had in a long time against a good opponent. And we've won our first pro tournament with Martina King. Nagunye won 0 tournaments in 3 years. Havda, 0 tournaments in 3 years. Montgomery, just a few. King plays just a few tournaments, and she's got her first win. Well, 3 this year, 1 last year, so I guess 4. And that pays out $3,800 for that victory. Makes a little dent on that nastiness of $430K debt. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. What a start for King, though. That's going to really help boost her. Not that many points, but there are so few points in the bottom end of the rankings that it really could and should see her get a pretty healthy jump, probably 100 spots in the rankings. She might not have to go through qualifiers from this point forward. I think I've got her scheduled for maybe 1 more this year, but probably not. It's already October, so I think that might have been our last shot at a pro tournament this year. But yeah, entering next year, I have a feeling that she's not going to have to bother with qualifiers. Fingers crossed. Maybe she does. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.